I could remember the day I almost lost everything. 2 years ago, you know, I sat on my bed. The rain was falling, but it was more like it was raining in my heart. You know, something happened so much that I don't know, I was just almost giving up. I almost gave up. You know, it's not easy. You're pursuing things, you're working hard, and things are not just gelling. They are not just falling into place. The outcomes are not commensurate with your effort. Man. So this particular day, I was so overwhelmed, and then I just thought, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Maybe I should just give up. Maybe I should stop worrying myself. Maybe it's just not meant to be. And then my phone rang. I checked it. It was from an old friend of mine. As in, it was a message on my phone. We went to school together a couple of years ago, you know, and those times when we had not known the Lord. Then my phone rang again. It was a message from another friend. But this one was a message that as in direct, you inspire me. How are things with you? When we were still girls then, you know, ladies, okay, let me just say, we were youths then. So she said, I inspire her, used to inspire her then. And then I wonder, well, one thing I could remember is just that time I was really trying to know the Lord. A lot of things were happening in my life, and I was actually on my way getting to know the Lord. But then I was caught in between whether I want to really go in or not. And then, so I read the note again. You inspire me. It's good to see your picture again. How are you? Wonder how you look. How are things? I wonder how things are with you now. And then I remember those days. This was a lady that we used to, okay, you know, we were still hustling there, as in knowing Christ, it was tracking us. So we're going everywhere, telling everyone, whoever wanted to listen would talk to them about Christ and things like that. Okay, and then there was this guy, this rich man, if I should mention his name, you would know, in Nigeria, who was interested in marrying her then. So it's this rich man that has been catering for she and her family. He even went as far as opening a shop for the mother, and so they were really doing well. The business was moving and things like that. So because of that, she didn't want anything to do with me and my friend. Well, it got to a point where I wanted to do something. It was just not pulling through. I was thinking, my mind was saying, are you sure this? I almost gave in. I almost stopped. Actually, you know, that's why parents need to check once in a while, even though your children are growing up. Still check on them. How are they doing? What they say they're doing. Okay, mommy, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Yes. What exactly is it that you're doing? Be interested, be more active, be involved in whatever they are doing. I almost actually lost my life. I almost lost everything. But thank God, because brethren rallied round me, and you know, there's this youth group. Because I was new, I nearly gave my life to Christ. I and my friends, they would come for, as after fellowship, if they didn't see us, they would come look for us. And all right, so the issue that I just remember that time when I almost lost everything, including my faith in Christ. See, this particular day, I don't know what came over me, and then I normally didn't used to go to that place. Normally, I didn't used to be careless when it comes to things that has to do with business. I didn't used to be careless, but then I just felt okay. This is a friend that I've known, and then let me let's go. And then I went not knowing that it was not a good idea. So, but thank God, because it was that my friend that we gave our life to Christ together who called my attention, as in who made me realize that, come, what are you doing? What exactly are you doing? Because I was just tired. I was overwhelmed. I felt, what exactly is this thing? Is it worth it? Should I just give up? So, well, here I am today. I thank God because it's all a story and the Lord made it to be so. I'm thanking God and the Lord is at work. Thank God. Well, here's what I learned. That's many years back. That giving up, if I had given up that day, I would never have received the reward that came to me much afterwards. That's number one lesson. And I want you to know that giving up is a prevention of whatever you would have gotten. So giving up is a no. It's a bad idea. Never even think of it. Again, another lesson that I learned from that singular experience is that the darkest moment usually come up just at the brink of one's breakthrough. See, the darkest moment usually shows up just at the brink of one's breakthrough. So you need to be aware. You need to be sensitive. You need to, even at times one may not know what one is doing, but if you are around somebody who cares enough to know to watch who is watching what you're doing and things like that, can call your attention. Hello. Okay, another lesson learned from that simple experience is that one's pain can become someone else's hope. That is, when you go through an experience and you're able to scale through, you went through all the rigors, it becomes a lesson to you that you can use as experience that you can use to teach someone. Probably would say, what exactly happened? Well, what happened is that I was a member of the Youth Independence Television Radio Program Producers Association, and then I had this concept for television program. All right, I went everywhere, even companies for sponsorship and everything. Do you know there are sharks in this industry? It's not good. It's not fair on upcoming creators or people who are just trying to get their own breakthrough. Do you know that someone, instead of helping me, instead of assisting me, was telling me, let me just buy you off, wanted to give me 2 million, and then I sell the concept, the idea. It's just somewhere in Lagos, at Wando side. I had an office and I was using that place. I had members that were casts, my cast, all right. And then imagine if I had sold it. So I just thought that no, now this concept sells. I had gone to AIT, gone to everywhere, Silverboard, everywhere, all TV stations, even companies, Unilever, everywhere. But they wanted me to start running it on air first, at least run a quarter before. So what did I need? The association I joined, where instead of them giving me ideas and things like that, or how they would come in, well, just on my neck for dues. I was so overwhelmed. I nearly gave up. But then, this particular day, I just thought within myself, no, maybe it just wasn't meant to be. Well, that's a story. But that program is what brought about my magazine, 20 Works. That's the idea that I used to write that magazine, and I sold thousands of it. Thank you very much for watching. If my story motivates you, It's a story to tell you not to ever give up. Never ever should it cross your mind to give up, because success might be very, very near, might be around the corner. So if you give up, what will be your gain? If you give up, what will be your gain? All right, never give up. Keep going. Just keep going. There's something they call push. Pray until something happens. Yes, let it be your motto too. Pray until something happens. Pray until your success happens. Keep praying. Even after the success happens, keep praying, because God is able. Thank you very much for watching. Until I come your way again with another wonderful video of mine. Subscribe, like, comment. Let me know in the comments what part you enjoyed in the story. Thank you very much. Share it with your friends and family. Remember to engage, not just subscribe, engage with my videos, watch and like it. Share it with friends, with everybody. Thank you very much. Always watch the end as well.